Good afternoon, everybody. What up, what up, what up, everybody? Look, I got this little doodad gadget microphone. I wonder, can y'all hear me for real? I don't know. I wonder, can y'all really, 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 really hear me? Hold on. I wanna come over. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody in America. I can say that now. I can say that now. Where is my what you call it? I'm gonna just give it a minute to let TikTok notify people that I'm on live. Hey Jazzy, can you get in my, if you still in here, can you get in my comments and tell me if you can hear me talking out this microphone? Cause I don't even know if this thing works. I wonder if this microphone working. I wonder. I'm really wondering. Hey everybody, I'm coming in. I actually came on earlier this morning when everybody was like, I know, either at work, getting ready for work. And I said, you know what? I'm going to come back when I know everybody is off and settled and things of that nature. And when I came on earlier, it was like a influx of foreigners wanting to battle. And I don't even battle, okay? I don't battle. I don't be battling. I don't even be going live, but I made a conscious decision and just made a promise to the creator that I was gonna go live on TikTok and just make my presence be made known and get out of the shadows and come into my own for real. Um, but it's been a lot going on over here on my end. And I wanted to come in and kind of just chat with you all. I wanted to chat it up. So if you see this live, get it up on the FYP. I know TikTok takes a minute before they start letting everybody know a person is on live. So I want you guys to definitely like the live and share the live. Because I wanted to do a life update and talk about the 9's, right? We're currently in September, and September is considered the ninth month on the Gregorian calendar here. And 9 is such a significant number, and it means a lot. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that today, and of course, give you some life updates. And also let you guys know that to click on my page and click the link in my bio because I am doing some hiring for customer service agents. It's really no interview. You just have to pass the assessment and the background. And I believe some of the contracts are require a drug test, but it's work from home. You can create your own schedule. Um, Yeah, pretty much. You do have to adhere to what the client is wanting you to do as far as the customer service experience. But you can sign up for the minimum of 15 hours all the way up to like 30 or 40, something like that. But yeah, click the link in my bio if you're looking for employment. I know that the holidays are coming up, and who wouldn't want to make their own schedule? Like, click the link in my bio and fill out the contact form, and we'll get that process going for you. But I came on for a life update for real, and to talk about the 9's. And it just everything that's transpiring in the world, now is not the time to be in fear. I know it's a lot of fear mongering going on. It's not the time to be in fear, but you do need to be, prepare yourself. Ready your mind, ready your heart. Because evil people are in the land, and y'all know that. We not oblivious. And some people that are though, but for the most part, um, this particular group of people are very conscious. They're aware of a lot of things that's happening in this world and in America, period. Um, when y'all come to live, please like the live and share it. As far as I am concerned, I haven't been live since like the end of 2024. I kind of just been sitting back and observing a lot of things. I'm an observer, and I really am somebody that sit back and watch the bigger picture of a thing, and before I, start jumping in. But that's just me and my personality. But and also I've been, experiencing life. Life been life for us all. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody is exempt from things that happen in life. But why this on repeat, Jesus? But yeah, I wanted to come on and just chat it up with you all because I haven't been on live in a long time, and I did make a conscious decision, to the creator that I was going to go live more on TikTok and just be real raw and candid, and talk about, whatever, any and everything. But today I wanted to talk about life updates in the nine. So I guess I'll go ahead and get right into it. But as far as I'm concerned, I took a quantum leap of faith. It's one thing to take a leap of faith. That's something, I believe, that I've been called to do this and called to do that. But what the type of leap that I just took is like it transcends time and space. It was like a quantum leap, a quantum jump, literally, in a whole nother world, time zone, on the other side of the country type quantum leap. So um I I made a conscious decision at the end of last year, 2024, that I was going to relocate outside of the United States of America. I didn't really tell a lot of people because I'm like, this is something that I want to do for me and my household, me and my child. And I didn't really talk about it. I didn't tell anyone really my plans or any of the things that I was thinking of. You know what? Before I get into this, can somebody please tell me if y'all can hear me on this doggone can y'all hear me? Because I'm just talking into this microphone and I don't even know if it worked for real. I don't know if this thing worked. Does anybody hear what I'm saying? Because if not, oh, here they go, Jesus. I'm not babbling, guys. I'm just not doing it. Sorry. Um, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me on this microphone, please? Um, before I get out, get to talking into this microphone and saying everything I need to say, I need to know, can y'all hear me in this microphone? Like, what's really going on? Let me see. I don't know what's going on. I need to know if y'all can hear me. I don't think so. I don't even know if y'all can. I don't even have my messages. What's going on? Can y'all hear me on this microphone? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me on this microphone? Oh my gosh. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can though. I don't want to pour out, get everything going. And then I can't, nobody ain't hearing what I'm saying. Because I got some real talk to talk about. I got some real shit to say. Um, Okay, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Okay, thank you, Carson. Somebody finally said something. Jesus. Oh, Carson, you being funny. Oh gosh, you're here, and thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. But don't be rude up in here, cause I'll block your ass. Okay, I'm not for the bullshit on this evening. Okay, well this morning for me. Now if you gonna come in here and listen to what I gotta say, then listen. And plus these live recordings are recorded, and I will post it on my YouTube, and my YouTube will listen. They will hear me. So yeah, shut the hell up. And yeah, good morning to you as well. And it's not morning for me. Well, it's morning for me, but it's not morning for a lot of people that I know that's gonna watch this live. But I wanted to come on and just talk about a lot of life updates, and like I said, talk about the 9's because we are in the month of September. As I was saying, I have been thinking about living and moving abroad for like over a year now. And at first it was just like, wow, where would I go? So I started researching that. All kinds of things started popping up in my head, all some sort of things I was running into. At first it was going to be like, okay, I'm going to go to Belize, or I'm going to go to Dominican Republic, because I have a friend that recently moved over to Dominican Republic with her family, her husband and her child, and she was like, just come. Then I was thinking about moving to Panama, and I was like, all of those things had great attributes, truly, and honestly and truly. But it was for some reason when I ran into the information about Thailand, it was like it hit different. It really did. It really, really hit different when I was looking up the information concerning Thailand. So I just like hunkered down like in November, December. I think it was after my birthday, because my birthday is in November. Like November, December, I kind of like really started going hard with my research. Really started going hard by joining groups in Facebook and just connecting with people that have already moved abroad. It wasn't necessarily in a particular place. I just wanted to know all the information I can know about moving abroad, because I felt it in my spirit that I needed, hey Mika, I'm so glad you're here, honey. Since Carson up here wants to talk about wasn't nobody in my life, but he replying like, okay. But I forgive you, Carson, because you made it up by saying good morning. So I forgive you. But yeah, so I was doing a whole lot of research, and like I said, I never talked to anybody about it. Like nobody really knew what I was doing, and that I was even thinking about this, that this thought had even crossed my mind for real. I just recently started telling people like a month or two ago that I was even gonna do this or whatever, but I have been planning and really like looking into it for like a year. And when 2025 hit, especially when we got in office, it's okay, Carson, it's okay, Carson, you hanging on in there, because if I was really pissed off, you would have been blocked already, okay? But I'm, it's all good. So yeah, I was doing the research, and I was like, man, okay, don't, I knew I couldn't tell anybody, because number one, when people talk about moving abroad, especially in my people, if you're not my people, you don't know, you will never understand. They think things like that are outlandish. Some of my people, especially family and close friends, they would think like, are you going through a midlife crisis, like all kind of stuff. But when you have like something in your heart, you can't really reveal it to a lot of people, because it's something that's in your heart, okay? And even the word says you got to guard your heart. And so, that's what I was doing. I was guarding that precious thing that was in my heart, because it was something that I know I wanted to do, that I never thought about doing ever in life in my 42 years, okay? Like, it took me to make the year of, because it was after my birthday, it took me to make the year 42, and I was like, it's time for a change. Like, I felt like I was going through circles, going through cycles, repeat after repeat. I'm thinking that I'm conquering things, and then things will come back around again. I'm like, why am I experiencing this all over again? It's because we live in a system, we live in the matrix, we live in a simulation, all kind of things, and sometimes it's your surroundings, sometimes it's the people you're connected to, sometimes it's the people, it's the situation, it's your environment. So you have to make the change. It's not for nobody else to give you advice on what it is that you know in your heart you need to do. And on top of that, life is for the living. Okay? Because once you lay down in that casket, that's a wrap on that. Your time and your turn is up. And one thing I've already vowed to the Creator, and I made a promise to my own self, that I was going to live my life. Right? I've been living, 42 years in this earth. In my 20s, I spent trying to figure everything out, and thinking that I'm supposed to have the American dream, and a house, 4 bedroom house with a white picket fence, a husband and 2.5 kids, and a dog and a cat and whatever else. And it was like, do you really want that? As you mature and you go through things in life, you like, do I really want that? And as I became older, and so many things, getting hit with life, because life be life for us all, you know what I'm saying? As I began to mature and work out the inner workings within myself, because I had to discover who I was, because I was letting others tell me what I was supposed to be, right? If you're not successful if you don't have this, that, and that by a certain age, and if you not here by this time in your life, then you're a failure. And I kept saying, but I don't even feel like a failure. I feel like I'm just, I'm living this life and I'm doing the best that I can, which is what we're all doing. As I continue to, live this life for myself, through myself, I began to realize that, okay, like, we all just out here living this life. We all just out here doing the damn best we can, for real. And it's not up to anyone else to determine or gauge what it is that our life is supposed to look like. You have to have that in your own heart. You have to already have it made up in your own mind what it is that you want out of your own life. And I just made a decision that, okay, well, I don't want what everybody think I'm supposed to have. I don't want to be what it is that everybody think that it's supposed to be, right? And the moment that I decided that is when something like unlocked in me. I believe I have been putting my true self in a cage in my heart. And once I decided that I don't want to be what society wants me to be, or what society is saying that I should be, then I began to unlock some mysteries. I began to, experience life in a different way. My music is messing up, y'all. That's why I keep looking at my other phone. I began to experience life in a different way. Not focusing on everything that was happening to me, everything that was going wrong, everybody that was doing me wrong, everybody that was, just everything, every person, place, and thing. And I went inward. I went inside of me. And I believe that's what that particular change is what really activated me to go ahead and start the process of relocating and moving abroad. I would have never thought, all the plans I could have ever made, all the writings and petitions I could have ever wrote, making plans about where I wanted to be in life, I would have never thought this. But I'm so glad that this particular seed was planted in my mind, because the harvest came so quickly, right? You want to talk about manifesting? Like, I literally manifested where I am right now, and it took me, less than a year, for real. Now, it didn't come without challenges, and I don't like when people be trying to talk
Like, oh, all I did was one step two, step three, and then here I am now. No, that's not how it went. It was ugly. Okay, it was ugly. I mean, the whole step of the way, it was a fight. Okay, like I'm not kidding. And I lost so many people along the way, not in the in the physical and the natural, but spiritually. I had to disconnect myself from people, and it wasn't always a beautiful split. It wasn't always a mutual thing. It was like sometimes I had to cut. It had to be a cut. And when you cut something, it's not always pretty. Sometimes it bleeds out. Sometimes it leaves a scar. Sometimes, sometimes it's an open wound. But nevertheless, you have to cut. Right, you have to cut in order for new things to grow. And I didn't mind that. I've been through enough in my life in these 42 years to understand that when it's time to let go, don't hold on, because it'll be to your detriment. Now I know that's for somebody. Well, when I put this on my YouTube, you'll be able to go back and watch the replay. But I know this for somebody. You need to learn when it's time to let go. You need to learn when it's time to sever the ties with people. You need to learn when it's time for you to get out of a situation, or get out of a place, or get away from a person, or drop that thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to know when it's time. And we as humans, we are not stupid. We know, because we already can tell by the signs. We can tell when something is not for us, but because it's comfortable, it's familiar. Oh, what am I gonna do if I stop doing this, or I stop hanging with this person, or I stop going over here? What am I gonna do? You're gonna do something else. You're gonna find something else to do. That's just life, And so, going back to how I pretty much manifested this with the help of the creator, the source. I was like really honing in and focusing very deeply on relocating. Like everything that I did almost every day was about that. Was about looking up that, was about thinking about that. I was knee deep heavy in the research because I wanted to know. And so as the year 2025, kept coming in, it's creeping on in. We in September, even right now, and it seemed like we just said Happy New Year, okay? But time waits for no man. And so we in a season and right now where everything is moving at an accelerated pace. You don't have time to halfway think about what you're going to eat for lunch before your lunch is over. Okay? Like, it's a real thing. Time waits for no man, okay? So you have to be, in this season and in this hour, you got to be quick on your feet. When something comes across your lap, you got to get on it and get on it quickly. And you can't, well, let me consult with this person, or let me run this by. No, you got to go ahead and make the decision, because this is your life. And it's detrimental that you make decisions for your life in this hour very quickly. So, January came by, February, and all these months are passing up. So I originally was going to, leave abroad like the beginning part of the year, probably like March going into April, but so much warfare. When I say warfare, I mean all hell had broke loose, okay? All hell. Anything that you could think of that's coming straight out of hell, it hit me, okay? And it hit me hard. And so I was just like, okay, it's not like I haven't been through things before. I'm just going to fight through it. But at the same time, the way that I used to react is like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? I can't believe this. Oh, I'm so sick and I'm so tired of I'm always going through this. I changed my mind about the way that I looked at the things that I went through. Like my perspective changed, my attitude changed, the way that I thought about a thing changed, So I began to just think different. I began to just sit back and not react to the things that was happening to me, and I, like, almost settled in my spirit, in my soul, in my heart, that everything is gonna be all right. You're okay. Nothing's gonna happen to you. No, you're safe. You because you are whole within yourself. So I was having pep talks with me, right? Because I'm usually the one pouring into everyone else, right? I'm usually the one that always has a word for somebody else. I'm usually the one that's always there for other people. But I can't get it back. It's hard to find people that can really pour into you and reciprocate. And I'm not mad at nobody for that, because hell, life is life for us all. We all are experiencing this time at the same time. And so I just made a conscious decision to step back, pull back my energy, pull it back into me, my energy. Hello, INNERG, okay? Pull my energy back into the energy, okay? And then I began to really work and harness and focus on the things that I wanted out of this life. And I encourage everyone to do that, because it's so important. Because if you don't take care of you, if you don't look out for you, then who will? Let's be honest. Who's going to do it, right? Who's going to do it? Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to take the step for you. Nobody's going to take the test for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And so that's what I began to do. I began to turn inward and not be so focused on the outward, because the outward experience was really a reflection of what was going on the inside. Oh my God. Okay, it's okay. Y'all gonna get it. Somebody will catch this later. But the real thing is that I had to conquer the inner me. The like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. I know I'm showing my 42 years, but I don't care. Okay. I had to stop and look at the woman in the mirror, like, girl, what do you want? What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen with everything that you have going on? What's about to happen? And I kept coming down to the common denominator is that I want to experience life. I want to live life, and I want to live it on my own terms. And so that's how I got to this point in my life I am now. The summer months were the warfare increased by 1,000%. Okay, so I knew that I was getting close to that thing that I was manifesting, which was relocating out of the country. And so, mind you, during this whole time, I don't work a regular job. So I'm doing all of this stuff by faith. Money is coming in from here, money is coming in from there. Really like a faith walk in a literal sense. And stuff that would have been held up that I didn't even realize was held up was being released to me, in the form of money. And so I knew then that I was on the right track, because with all the hell that I was experiencing in my personal life, being around other people that were trying to dish out the hell in my personal life, okay, and me having to face that with the positive attitude, not crashing out on people, not going to jail, because I did that in 2023, okay. I did that in 2023. We not going to jail no more. So things had to change. So I was like, I see it now. And so when you step back out of yourself and you look at what's the series of events that's happening in your life, you have to see that nobody else around you, what they're doing is a factor, right? No amount of things that people say about you, no amount of things that people even think about you, it don't matter. It matters what you think and what you say about you. And so each and every time a fiery dart came my way out of the mouths of people that really claimed that they loved me, but they really didn't. They was just agents, right? Every time a fiery dart came out of somebody's mouth, I was looking at it as, okay, so this must be the reversal of that, because if it wasn't that, this person wouldn't be saying the negative part, right? Because there's a balance in the earth, right, that's happening right now. That's why all these things are transpiring. People are losing their shit right now because they don't understand the times. And it's so important that you have an eye to see and an ear to hear, so that you can know and discern the times that we're living in. This is actually a wonderful time to be alive. I know people are like, oh, well, it's me. This is happening, that's happening, and oh, it couldn't be worse. And Wig is doing this and Wig is doing that. All kind of stuff is happening. But this is the best time to be alive, because revolution is at hand. And when revolution happens, change is bound, is on the horizon. But you got to make sure that you want to be on the other side of change. You don't want to be stuck in the rat race, just still twirling on a wheel, wondering when you're going to ever get off. No, you have to do something. You have to take the quantum leap, right? That means literally transcending. Oh my God, I'm not battling people. I'm not battling y'all. I'm gonna keep the declining y'all. But yeah, you have to make sure that you're transcending the space and time so that you can get yourself where you are. It's not taking a lot of time for things to manifest here because of what is we're enduring right now. And so many things are happening, but this is the best time for you to manifest. This is the best time because of the atmosphere is charged. There's a lot of spirits and high energy and frequencies that's happening right now, and this is the time for you to like tag yourself in. Tag yourself in, get in there. It's like no other way to explain it. Like, get in there. And if you're gonna fight for anything, fight for your life. Like, fight for your life. Because your life is worth living. You know what I'm saying? It's worth living. I know, all hell is breaking loose, but this is coming. You're talking to somebody that has came out on the other side of hell being broke on every side of my life, trying to prevent me from getting to the next phase of my life. But I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So it's like I've been through so many things in my entire life. It's like, handle yourself accordingly. That's all we can do is handle ourselves accordingly, because I can't do nothing about how nobody else feel or what nobody else got going on. I can only handle myself accordingly. And so that's what I've been doing. And that's how I was able to supercharge the atmosphere and take the quantum leap. Because in order to quantum leap, there has to be a certain frequency that's happening, a certain type of charge in the atmosphere that's going to take you from one point in your life all the way to another point, right? Because I'm talking about living a completely new life, right? And that takes me into the nines. Since we're in September, and we're in the nines, right? And I did a deep dive study on the nines. 9 is a significant number. I kind of made a post about it. If you look on my page, I kind of made a post about it, about the number 9, and how significant it is and how it represents the end of a cycle. And when you think about the number 9, 9 is the number that represents the end, right? But so many things, and this goes back to what I just said about perspective. It's all about perspective. Do you perceive the number 9 to be the end of everything for you? I look at the number 9 as being the end of an old life so that I can begin a new life. Okay? Just a couple days ago, it was September the 9th, 2025. And if you add 2025 together, that is the number 9. So it was actually on September the 9th, 2025, it was triple nines. And so I did a deep dive research, and it's so crazy because I was going to release this prior to September the 9th, but I was literally in the air flying a 24-hour flight from Houston, Texas to Thailand, literally manifesting everything that I had been praying for and have been, manifesting since 2024 of last year. And so when I did my deep dive study of the number 9, it was, I actually wrote this down. It was actually done August the 27th of 2025. When I had some time, I didn't release it then because I was literally in the midst of getting everything together so that I can pack and relocate. And my thing is if y'all have the means, okay, I'm gonna just say it like this. This is gonna be my disclaimer, and I ain't gonna come back to it because I'm not trying to convince nobody or nothing. You do what's on your heart because that's what I did. But if you have it in your heart and you have the means, to relocate. I mean, when I say relocate, I mean out of the United States. Do it. I don't care what you got to do. Sell your car, sell your house, sell everything that you own up in that motherfucker, and get the hell on. That's all I'm saying. But if it's not, that's not for you, then that ain't for you. I ain't here for everybody, okay? But everybody, people are calling it downloads now, so I guess I'll call it downloads. It was on August the 27th of 2025 that I had a 999 download, and it was regarding a couple of days ago for September the 9th, 2025, which represents the ninth month, the ninth day, and the 2025 is 9 as well. But I just want to give y'all a couple things, and I did write it down just so you can see. August the 27th of 2025 is when I got this download. But as I stated, I wasn't able to release it because I was in the air flying into the new phase of my life. And I'm so glad that I made it. Okay. I just want to point that out and put that on the record. I'm so glad that I made it. Okay. Anybody that's watching from the outside, please click on the live and come on in. It's gonna bless you. I'm for real. But I'll read to you guys what I wrote down because I'm a writer, amongst other things. Okay, I'm a writer, but I wanted to share this with you because I didn't get a chance to do it on September the 9th, which I was gonna do it the day before, but I was too busy trying to get prepared for my flight on September the 9th. Okay. And I know for in America is in the Central Time it's still 8:03 p.m. But where I am is 8:03 a.m. And I don't even think I've been to sleep, y'all. But yeah. It's still September 11th over there, but I'm already in the future here. So that just lets you know right there. I'm talking to you from the future. Hello, somebody. Okay. But I wanted to, even though this, some may say, oh, this is an old word, but it's not. It's definitely relevant because it's still pertaining to the 9, which is September. So 9 represents the end of a cycle, beginning of a new phase, fulfilling dreams, and determining your higher purpose. So this really hit for me because, as I stated, when I was on September the 9th, 2025, when I was supposed to really release this to y'all, I was flying into my new phase in life and fulfilling my dreams, and it's determining my higher purpose. So this word hits for me, and I know it's gonna hit for somebody else. So I'm on here sharing it with you all today. No matter if I was supposed to release it a few days ago, it's still gonna hit. So I call it the triple nine. So the first set of nines represents the mother, father, child. The second set of nines represents spirit, soul, body. And the third set of nines represents love, live, and life. And God was telling me, Spirit was telling me about how He's allowing all things to fall together so that we can embody all three of the nines, right? So we can embody all three of the nines. And I want to get this out before I get to chatting about something else because I feel like this is significant and this is very important. Okay, so the triple nines is a significant cycle in your life, right? And this word was definitely for me, and I know it's for somebody else as well. Okay, the triple nines was a significant cycle in your life, and it's that is coming to a close, and so going back to the end of a thing. Many of you have been going through repeated cycles with relationships, repeated cycles with friendships, repeating cycles with family members, repeating cycles with, so many things that keep happening on repeat. But I'm telling you right now, we're in a season of the end of those things, end of those cycles. And many of you are so used to those cycles that you don't even want them to end, but they have to come to a close. It's almost like, let me go, here I go showing my 42 years again. But back in the day, when I was going to school, they would like automatically promote some children just so they won't get left behind, right? And so in this particular sense, you are like, it's like an automatic promotion, because it's the creator is tired of you being left behind because you keep repeating the same old cycles. A lot of y'all haven't been passing those tests, but in this hour, in this season, you're being promoted. Right, you're being promoted. You God is going to automatically promote you, because even the source creator doesn't want you to keep going through the cycle. Okay, so the triple nines, and this nine represents the end of a cycle. All right, it's coming to a close. A call to let go. I just said that a few seconds ago. If you was in this live earlier, I said that a second ago, how it's time to let go of some things. Right? Release what no longer serves you. And that's anything. That job, those friends, that man, that woman, release that stuff, because that stuff is not going to do you any good. It's not going to do you any good. You got to let that stuff go if you want. It got to be out with the old and in with the new. Okay, be it habits, attitudes, all that stuff. I was telling y'all earlier my story, how when all hell was breaking loose, it was tempting me to repeat a cycle of how I think and how I react. But I said, no, I'm not going to keep on going in the cycle. The cycle ends here and now. So I made a conscious decision not to react the way that I have my whole life. So all these nine is representing the end of all of that stuff. Make sure you make space for new and aligned paths, right? In order for anything new to come in your life, you have to get rid of some things. You have to get rid of people, places, things. And so when I was saying, okay, if you're being called to relocate out of out of the country, or some people might not even be able to relocate out of the country. Some of you may be just moving, in your vicinity. Meaning some of you may just be moving within the to the next state or something. But either way, with relocating, either way with moving to a new era, moving to a new phase in your life, you have to make space so that you can align with your path. So going back to the nines, it's the end of a thing, a cycle, but it also is the emergence of fresh opportunities. So a lot of people think that the end is always devastating, is that it's heartbreaking, and sometimes it is. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the end of a thing is heartbreaking. It is devastating, but it also you have to look at it as a new opportunity for something else to come along. Change the perspective, change the way that you think about a thing. Right? So the nine is representing your higher purpose, right? You align your actions with your higher purpose and trust the creator of the universe that he's guiding you towards your highest good, right? That's one of the nines. Another nine represents, it's going to require your trust and your faith level to be on like 1,000. You're, like I said, I had to do a quantum leap. And without the ability, I wouldn't have been able to do a quantum leap if my faith wasn't on 10. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would never been able to jump, quantum leap, any of that had my faith been on level 0, right? So during the nines, right? During these nines, we're in the ninth month. During these nines, it's going to require your trust and your faith level to be on 1,000. And I'm reading. Okay, this is some stuff I wrote down just in case y'all wondering why I keep looking down. It's because I'm reading the things that I wrote. These are notes or downloads. Okay, you need to release the need for control. And I'm a person that have it bad. I can't lie. Like, things have to be like set in place, and I have to plan out things and all kind of things, because it's not just me, it's me and my child. But once I release that need to control the outcome of the way things should be, or whether the way that they look, baby, all kind of doors start flying open for me. Hello, all kind of doors, baby, and I mean all kind of them. Um, Okay, release the need for control that way your faith can be activated. Trusting that everything will work out in your favor. So if you was on this live just a few minutes ago, I just said that I stopped reacting to things. I stopped looking at things in a negative light and just trusted that everything is working out for me. I'm telling you, that's how I believe that's how things like literally manifested and accelerated for me in this season, because I changed the way that I was thinking and I activated my faith. All right. Acknowledge the positive change in the spiritual growth. Sometimes you got to look at your life and be like, you know what? I have grown from those things, those old ways, those old habits. I'm ready to end the cycle too, right? Just as much as the creator is ready to end it with you, for you, you're ready to end it too. That's called divine alignment. And when you're dealing with the nines, it has to be divine. Okay, let me stop rhyming up in here. Okay, I used to be a rapper in my former life or something. I don't know. Many of you have been in what seems like a never-ending cycle of judgment, conflict, trials, and tribulations. I'm one of them, right? I raise my hand first every time I speak on these type of things, because I've literally walked this word out, okay? Everything, these downloads are coming from a place of what I've already, it's been tried and tested, okay? It's tried, true, and tested. You can rely on these things that I'm saying, because I literally was in the fire with these things, okay? So I would never tell nobody nothing that I haven't experienced on my own, because I ain't trying to listen to nobody that ain't never been through nothing. Like, what? How you gonna tell me everything gonna work out and you living high on the hog over there? Like, you can't tell me nothing. You don't even know what it's like to go through something or have a struggle for anything. You don't know. So I'm thankful for the way that my life goes, because I'm able to walk it out, come out on the other side, and then tell other people about it. So yeah. The nines is where the creator literally balances scales. I just said that too. Those that have been in power and misusing and abusing it are now going to experience the wrath of the Most High God. I ain't gonna even mention all this stuff that they've just been talking about in about the unaliving of somebody, but I wrote this August 27th of 2025 before this even transpired. So I just want you to know that what I'm saying, I said it August 27th, and then all of a sudden here I am on this live talking about the misuse of power and how the wrath of God is coming down. But anyway, moving on. For many, okay, well, I'm gonna say it. I'm just say it, because I wrote it, and I'm gonna just say it. All right, I'm gonna repeat this. Those that have been in power and misusing and abusing it are now going to experience the wrath of the Most High. For many, unaliving, but I said death, unaliving is their portion. Okay? It's on this paper, y'all. I wrote this August 27th, 2025. All right? The nines is the center, is centered around God's or the Holy Spirit, or the Spirit of God. The Spirit of the Most High, which is the power, not the person. I'm gonna say it again so y'all can hear me. The nine, which represents the end of a cycle, it is centered around the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit of God, and the Spirit of the Most High, which is the power, not the person, right? It's the power, not the person. The Spirit, centered in the nines, is the power of the Spirit, not the person of the Spirit. Right? Because a lot of times people are like, oh, Holy Spirit, just come and comfort me and wrap your loving arms around me. No. The nines that's centered around the Holy Spirit of God has to do with the power of God. We're about to see a lot of the power that the Spirit of God is going to flex in this season. We're about to see a lot of power that the Spirit of God is flexing in this season. All right, not the person. He's not this. The Spirit of God is not coming as a comforter at this time. He's coming as a strong arm. I was about to say something else, but I ain't gonna say it because y'all too sensitive. The will is only accomplished through the Spirit of power. So I'm gonna say that again. The will of the Most High God is only accomplished through the spirit of power. So the only way that the will be enforced in the earth is by power. I know I'm ahead of my time. I just know I am. I know I'm ahead of my time. I just know it. Like, nobody can tell me any different. The will, which is the will of the creator, the one that created this whole thing, the one that sits high and looks low. The will is only accomplished through the spirit of power. Remember, I just said that in during this 9th month, during the nines, divine nines, the spirit of the Most High, which is the power, not the person, is centered in the nines. And the very next sentence I wrote, the will is only accomplished through the spirit of power, which is the Holy Spirit, and not the person, but the power. All right, I'll move on from there. The 9 is also a spiritual manifestation of power. Okay, during this portal, because we are under a literal portal. It's been some blood moons going on. It's been some retrograding. It's been all kinds of stuff happening. But what we don't, a lot of people don't understand, we're in a portal right now. The portal is activated. That's why I said, if y'all want anything to happen and manifest quickly, you got to get in there. I'm talking about in it. Anyway, the 9s is also the spiritual manifestation of power. So not only the spirit of God in the power, it's the power that you possess. Right? During this portal, the manifestation of your spiritual power comes forth. This is the time for you to get up and know how to flex your own power. I just know I'm ahead of my time. I just know it. I just know I'm ahead of my time. Anyway, all your gifts, and I'm reading. Okay? I'm reading this. These are my downloads, okay, that I'm sharing with y'all. When y'all come in the live, y'all like the live and y'all share it, because this is good stuff. All right. Now, if I was on here talking about baddies and all this stuff, this live would be packed, but it's okay. When you talking about something this serious, like which is your soul and your spirit, you ain't gonna get a lot of people. But it's all good, baby, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Because I made a vow to the Creator. You put me in my new place, in my new phase, I'm gonna come out with a vengeance. I'm gonna come out swinging, and that's what we doing. Good evening, everybody. All your gifts that have been laying dormant inside you are going to show up externally. So everything, remember what I was saying earlier, part of the live, where I said I had to go inward? I had to pull my energy into the energy. Okay? I had to pull the energy into my energy. INNERG. Okay? And so here it is. All your gifts that have been lying dormant inside you are going to show up externally. So you're going to see the power that lies within you manifest itself on the outside of you. By no means am I saying this doesn't come with a process, because it do. You have to go inward within yourself first, and then it will come out. You have to go in and look through the treasures that's locked up in your hidden, vessel. You have to go in and dig for the gifts on the inside of you, because a lot of y'all don't even know what the gifts are inside of you. You got to discover that first. But we're in a time and a season where we're living in an accelerated pace. Everything is happening very quickly because the atmosphere is charged. So if you take the time to even take a peek on the inside of you, you're going to see so much. Okay? But if you are the person that's at the phase where you already know the gifts on the inside of you, just don't know what to do with them, if this is the time that everything that's been lying dormant on the inside of you is going to show up externally. I mean, literally materialize here in the 3D realm. Because you're going to need them. Okay? What these folks and higher ups and all them crazy people out there, you gonna need them gifts. So my advice to any of y'all need to go ahead and take a peek and dig inside and figure out what your gifts are, because you gonna need them. Okay. There are 9 fruits of the spirit. So I'm about to take this to another level, a spiritual level. There are 9 fruits of the spirit, because we're talking about the 9s. I already gave y'all my life update. I know I'm no longer in America. I live in Thailand. Okay, we already talked about that and how I got here. And so now we're on the 9s. All right. There are 9 fruits of the spirit. Okay, you need to understand these things because these are directly tied to your gifts, and I'm going to tell you about your gifts. Okay, so your fruit is literally the outward manifestation of these things. So there are 9 fruits of the spirit: love, joy, peace, long suffering, kindness, goodness, faith, meekness, and self-control. These 9 fruits are some of the hardest things for humanity to master. I'm telling you right now, it's hard for people to love these days. It's hard to find joy these days. People be looking for peace in other people, and you got to look within. Long suffering, don't nobody want to go through a damn thing these days. Okay, nobody want to sit in the mess of their life and try to figure out what's really going on. Kindness, we're gonna even talk about how hard it is for people to be kind. Goodness, Lord, help us to find some goodness in this world right now. Faith, my God. Meekness, okay. Self-control. We gonna even talk about self-control because these folks is out of control. Okay, nobody can control themselves these days. It's very few and far in between that people are controlling themselves. And you have to master these things. Once you master these things, love, joy, peace, long suffering, kindness, goodness, faith, meekness, self-control, you mastered yourself. Because none of these things are outward. These things are all inward. Okay. I know I'm ahead of my time. I know it. I'm too good for this generation. I know it. All of these deal with the inner workings. Remember I said I had to go and get my energy? INNERG. I had to go in there and get it. And what I was doing when I was going there and getting, I was unlocking the fruits of the spirit: love, joy, peace, long suffering, kindness, goodness, faith, meekness, self-control. All these things were tested during the season, and it was like each one was hitting simultaneously at the same damn time. Okay, if I just be real. Okay, all of these deal with the inner workings of humanity. All right, all those 9 fruits of the spirits deal with the inner workings of humanity, which all require spiritual power made manifest. You see how all this is tying together, people? Do you see it? How all this is tied together, and this is just a download off of the number 9 that I got. Okay, all of that I'm talking to you about right now is from a download that I got from the number 9. Okay, let me finish. The fruit of the spirit unlocks the first level of self-mastery. Because as I stated earlier in life, this life that you live in has nothing to do with anyone else but outside of you. Everybody is just a character playing in a part in your life, right? But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to master yourself. If it were easy to obtain these 9 fruits of the spirit, everyone will be operating in it. And we see right here today that nobody is operating in the fruit of the spirit. Let's be real. It's a lot of people is having a hard time, and it's okay. This is the time to have a hard time, because if you really hunker down and get down up in there and really focus in and hone in on what it is that you need to be doing for you. Get into that inner working, pull that energy from the atmosphere and pull it into your energy. INNERG. Them 9 fruits of the spirit gonna be a cakewalk. Let me keep going. The second layer of the 9 is fully operating the gifts given to you spiritually. Many of you are gifted with, here are the gifts. Remember we just talked about the fruits. And I told you I was going to tell you about the gifts. Because the fruit and the gifts walk hand in hand. Okay? So here are the 9 the 9 gifts. Wisdom. Okay? Knowledge. Okay? There is a gift of faith. So you have a fruit of faith and you have a gift of faith. Okay? Those are 2 totally different things. There's a fruit that you can exude with your faith. Like I can show my faith because I'm literally sitting in my faith jump, my faith walk. I'm sitting in my faith walk. I've relocated from America to Thailand. That took faith. You can see my faith in play at work because of where I currently am. But then there's a gift of faith that's given to you that you really don't even have a clue about, right? It's faith that's keeping you alive every day. You have faith, the gift of faith is happening when what? Hold on, y'all. This thing telling me, hold on. I gotta do a puzzle piece. Oh, my bad. I thought I was about to get killed. I thought my life was about to shut off. I had to do the puzzle piece. My bad. Yeah, so there's a gift of faith. Many of you have the gift of healing. I know a lot of healers, light workers. I know a lot of people that are gifted in healing. They have healing hands. And it don't just have to be, I gotta heal somebody from sickness. No. There are people that have healing hands that know how to help people hair grow. There are people that have healing hands that know how to or people that have healing that know how to talk people out of depression. Like those are different type of healing properties or healing gifts, right? It's not just one thing. It's a broad spectrum for healing. Because my healing doesn't look like your healing, and your healing doesn't look like the next person healing. But every person that has the gift of healing is assigned to particular people that they can help heal. Okay? All right, number 5. Some of you have the gift of miracle working. I have the gift of miracle working because I can literally take something out of nothing and make something out of it. That's what miracles are. Taking absolutely nothing and making something. That's what classifies as a miracle. Some of you have the gift of miracle working. Others have the gift of prophecy. I have the gift of prophecy because I have vision to see. I foresee things. I told y'all I wrote this August the 27th. I hadn't picked this up until today because I'm like, I need to go live because I remember my promise that I made that I was gonna go live. I picked this up and I said, I wrote this August the 27th. I have the gift of prophecy, which is just the gift of being able to see past what is happening in the now. Because I wrote this August 27th, so this technically is the future. I wrote this for the future, right? Many of you have a gift of discernment. Let me tell you something. It's nothing better than having the gift of discernment. Okay? A lot of y'all be dissing y'all gift of discernment and it be to your own detriment. But for those of you that have the gift of discernment, you need to embrace that because that's a beautiful gift. A lot of people can't discern to save their life. Okay? But the gift of discernment is something that you definitely need to hone in on and be thankful that you have it because a lot of people don't. So that's one of the gifts. This is gift number 7, the gift of discernment. Number 8. Some of you can speak into the spirit. That's a gift. And when I say speaking to the spirit, it's not just what church people think and rolling, speaking in another language and rolling tongues and all that. No, some of you have the gift of letting words come out of your mouth that speak directly into the spirit. And things happen, things change, things move when you speak. That's a gift. I'm trying to help y'all because a lot of y'all really be walking around here don't even know you got real powerful gifts and you're not using them. You're not using your gifts, and that's a discredit to yourself and discredit to other people in the world too. Because who wouldn't? People will pay a lot of. They go pay psychics a lot of money to actually speak in the spirit. Okay, I'm gonna move on because I ain't got nothing against psychics here. They doing what they do. Number 9, the ninth gift. Some of you have the gift of interpreting. And when I say interpretation, I mean being able to see past what somebody is saying and look into what really the root of it, right? So somebody you can be like, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day going?" They be like, "Oh, I'm fine." You have the ability to peek into what they're saying and decipher. Oh no, this you're not having a good day. That's not true. You're not having a good day. You're thinking about suicide or something. You're thinking about ending it all today. That's the gift of interpretation, being able to interpret past what somebody is speaking. That's a gift. I know some of these gifts kind of spook a lot of people out. When I first started learning about my own personal spiritual gifts, I was like freaked out because I was like, how do I know this, bro? Like, how am I knowing this? And it's been literally my whole life. And I didn't realize I had that gift, right? I didn't really start honing in on my gifts until I was like late 20s, going into my 30s, like 26, 27. I was really scared when I started understanding what my gifts really were, like at 20 and 21 and all that stuff. But me not knowing, it comes so natural to me that I don't even think it's a gift. Sometimes I could just be talking and I can say something and people be like, "How you even know that?" And I'm like, "What you talking about? I'm just talking." They telling me that I just spoke their whole situation in their life to them, and me, I'm just thinking I'm just having a conversation, not knowing that I have the gift of prophecy. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. This live gonna go extra long, and I don't got time for that. I came on here to give y'all a life update and talk to y'all about these 9s. So we just discussed the 9 fruit of the spirit and the 9 gifts. Okay, the 9 gifts. All right, let's keep going. All right, the 9s. Okay, when you transcend past the earthly realm, right? So 9 is also not only the end of a cycle, but remember at the beginning when I said that 9 represents your higher purpose, right? Your higher purpose. This is where you transcend past the earthly realm when you get into the higher purpose, your higher calling. And 9 is the number to get you there. It's the number to help you manifest that. This represents how you have mastered how to walk and maneuver through the natural realm and the spirit realm. So I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie The First Matrix, right? Well, I think it was like the third or the fourth. It's so many matrices out there. Anyway, if you go and watch the very last Matrix, it's where Neo and Trinity actually mastered the Matrix, right? They were able, at the end of the movie, they were able to literally go between the real world and the Matrix, back and forth, as going operating in and out as they please. This is what the number 9 is representing as well. Being able to transcend past the earthly realm, knowing how to master being in the spirit and in the natural simultaneously at the same time. Okay? And it's going to take a lot for some people to get here, but it's possible, right? I'm speaking into your life. I'm speaking into your future. I'm planting a seed because everybody needs a seed to be planted in them sometime, right? Your vision is not the same when you are at this particular level where you're able to master between the earth and the spirit and enter them simultaneously. I'm also, in addition to all the other gifts that I have, I'm a dreamer. Okay? I don't know nobody that have a dream every single night, but I do. I literally can lay down, close my eyes. It don't even be 2 seconds, and I'm inside of a dream. And what many will say, "Oh, that's just a dream." No, I'm literally in another realm. I understand that now. I used to hate that I was a dreamer because I didn't understand half of the things that I was dreaming. But as I got older, as I began to mature and master me, once you master yourself, you'll be able to master your fruit and your gift. Okay, I began to understand that I'm able to operate in between the natural and the spirit realm simultaneously. Okay, I know I'm ahead of my time. It's okay. I get it. I've understood this a long time ago. I've been ahead of my time, and it's okay because at least I'm getting it out there. All right. So your vision is not the same. Your hearing is on another level. Okay. You then have a direct line of contact to the heavens. That means that past the firmament, past the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension. I'm talking about all the way in the heavens. And on the 10th and 11th and 12th dimension, where the spirit is, where the source of all creation is. Like when you master this part, you have the ability to have a direct line of contact with the heavens. You become more acquainted with the source of your soul. So it's just, you are really just reconnecting, hooking yourself back up to the source of all creation, the source that created you. Right? And it's nothing, I've been through hell and high water to get to that point. And I wouldn't change it for anything because nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing, y'all. But for real, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. But nothing beats having a direct line of contact with the source of all creation, for real. Like, people pay good money to even just hear a little bit, but to have a direct line, oh, baby, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, okay? You are in regular commune with the angels and your ancestors, and they are rooting for you, okay? That you have made it back to your true self. I'm going to say that again. You are in regular, not only are you have become acquainted with Source, right? You are in regular commune with you, the angels and the ancestors, and they are rooting for you that you have made it back to your true self, right? Back to the real you that you were before you even made it to the earth realm, before you made your appearance to the earth realm. Back to the real you. You are fully awakened spiritually and operating fully in your purpose, okay? During this portal that we are in, because I keep telling y'all this, we're supercharged right now. There's a portal that's open, which is why all these things are happening. You gotta know that all these things are happening because there is a portal that's open, and that portal is supercharged. Okay, your gifts and your fruit come to divine alignment. Okay, during this portal, your fruit and your gifts come into divine alignment, merging together to manifest the real you here in the earth realm. Because like I said, you're going to need everything in this hour. Fruit, gifts, all of that. You're going to need that stuff. The fruit is who you are, your character. Okay? The gift is what you do, your service, the use of your abilities. Okay? So there's a difference from the fruit and the gift. The fruit is who you are, your character. Okay? And the gift is what you do, your service, the use of your abilities. Okay? The fruit of the spirit are qualities, and the gifts are our expressions of power. There's that word again, power, because the 9 is the power of the spirit, not the person. Okay? Your fruit is what is produced as a result of your ongoing relationship with the Creator. Because you can only produce the fruit of the Spirit, the 9 fruits of the Spirit, but through your ongoing relationship with the Creator. But your gifts are instantaneous and diverse. Okay, so the gift is something that you get without asking. The gift is something that automatically is instilled and woven into the fabric of your being before you were placed literally in your mother's womb. Okay, this gift is something that you can't beg, plead, beg, borrow, steal. It's already in you. Okay, but the fruit is produced as a result of your ongoing relationship with the Creator. Okay, the gifts are instantaneous and they are diverse. Not one person has the same gift, and some people have all of the gifts. Okay, no one can pick their own gift. Okay, trust me, I'm one of them that have tried to give the gift back, and it ain't going nowhere because it's woven into the fabric of my being. Okay, I tried to give this gift back. I tried to push the gift off onto other people, and it's just like, child, that ain't working, child. You might well go ahead and embrace the gift. Embrace it. It's a gift. Use it. And so I'm fully here now. Your gifts are predetermined, okay? Bestowed upon you before you were created in the womb. I just said that. Okay? And this is the last page, y'all. I know this has been a long one talking about. Now, mind you, all of these pages came from me having a download from the number 9, okay? Everything will begin to make sense, okay? Once you get past all those things that I said in this live, okay? Everything in your life will begin to make sense. Why you have endured all the things you've experienced in this life, that's going to make sense. Like, oh, I went through being the black sheep. I went through being abandoned. I went through persecution. I went through being ostracized. I went through people can't stand in my guts for no reason. Like, I've been through, all of those things. Persecution, all of that. And it makes sense now because I've mastered who I am. I've mastered the fruit. I've mastered the gift. And I have a total relationship with the Creator. Now I get why all hell is always, have always broke loose in my life because of that. Reaching your highest self. Remember, because I told you that the 9 determines your higher purpose. Okay, and this month you got to get in. You got to get in the portal. You got to get under this supercharged atmosphere. All the evil people know what time it is, baby. They be on it because they know. Okay, the planets are in retrograde. Things are aligning. There's been a blood moon. All kind of stuff going on. It's been triple nines. It was the other day. It was September the 9th, 2025. That's the 999. They understand all of this. Why y'all letting them people get one up on y'all? Y'all could be jumping in that same portal and that's in that same energy, getting supercharged right along with them. Because guess what? They gonna use it against you when they get through getting what they gonna get out that portal. Because the portal don't discriminate. It's gonna give whatever it needs to whoever gonna go in there and get it. I'm talking about you better get over there and get in there. And I'm talking about in, okay? Don't miss this portal. Because September don't last long. And it's already blowing through here, okay? We already on 11, 12. Well, we on the 12th out here in Thailand. Y'all still in 11. But still, it's already blowing through here. Don't miss the portal. All right? Reaching your higher self. No more wandering around aimlessly. A lot of y'all have been wandering around aimlessly all your life. It's time out for all that. It's time to get serious. It's time to get focused. It's time to get in it. And I'm talking about in it. Okay, no more flying by the seat of your pants. Not everyone will experience the shift, and I do want to put that disclaimer out there. I know a lot of people like, okay, well, the shift supposed to happen to everybody. Everybody's not going to experience the shift because everybody don't want the shift. Everybody is not paying attention enough to get the shift. So it's only going to be a handful of people, a few people that's going to experience the shift. And that's no fault of their own. It's just that you have to be in your heart already ready for the shift. All right. Now everyone will experience the shift during this 9 portal, right? It's for those that heart is postured to receive the new phase of their lives. And remember, I don't know, a lot of y'all haven't wasn't in on the beginning of the live when I was talking about how in 2024 I didn't tell anyone that I was thinking about moving abroad, because I knew that a lot of people was going to speak negatively, not just, just not in a mean way, just like, oh, why would you do that? What you gonna do when you get out there? And I didn't need nobody planting seeds of doubt, because my faith was on 1,000. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I knew I was going to get there. And that's all that mattered to me. And so now that I'm sitting on the other side of what last year I didn't have a clue how I was going to even get where I am now, I'm glad that I didn't tell anyone what I was thinking, because they would have caused even more delay, even more hindrance into what God was promising me, what the Creator was promising me. And sometimes you got to keep certain things close to your heart so other people won't taint it. Right? And so the new phase of your life, those that have been wondering to themselves, when, okay? I know a lot of people are like, well, when is it going to happen? When is this and when is that? When is now, okay? You want to know when? Now. Now, if you got to sit back and question when it's going to do this and when it's going to do that, now is the time. I'm going to tell you right now, ring the alarm, now is the time. Or some people even ask how much longer. The time is here and the time is now. If you can't pay attention to the times and determine the times when it's time for you to do a thing, now is even more of the time. Okay, because of all the things that's happening in the earth realm, all over the world. We're no longer hearing about rumors of war. It's literal wars that's happening right now, okay? So it's time, if you don't get out there and live, then you just gonna die. TikTok don't, I'm just telling the truth. Don't do nothing to my lie, though. You got to live. All right? This the last little part, y'all. I have to, some people ask how much longer do I have to wait to receive that which is promised to me. This portal, and I've been talking to y'all about this portal of the 9's is here to put an end to what was, to usher what is. Okay? It's here. The 9's portal is open and supercharged. If you're going to get in, and I'm talking about in it, then it is here to put an end to what was. Okay? All the old things that you used to do, everything in your old life that you didn't like, this 9 portal is giving you an opportunity to quantum leap out of that particular timeline into a new one. It's here to put an end to what was and usher you into what is. And this is on a larger scale than just your personal life. I'm talking to you personally because that's what I am. I do that. I talk to people personally, but on a world scale, on a large scale, this portal is here to put it in to all the things that's been going on, the evil, the abuse, the persecution, and it's here to usher all of us into the new. Okay? How it always was supposed to be since the beginning of time. How the source really wanted and intended this earth and the people to be. All of these things are happening right now. Don't be fooled by political and what they're wanting to show you on the TV screen. That stuff is just an illusion. And it's really meant to distract you. But once you hone in on the gift and the fruit, none of that stuff is going to matter to you, because then you'll be operating in your highest self. And you won't have to ask no more questions of when and how long it's going to take and all that stuff. You'll already be in it. And I'm talking about in it. So that was my download for the 9's, y'all. This was just all of this that I talked about and that I wrote down was literally a download from the number 9. That's why I know I'm ahead of my time. That's why I know that a lot of people are not going to get what I'm saying and all the things that I have ever said. It'll be like 10, 15 years from now. Well, people will be like, you know what, when you said that back in 2023, 2022, 2021. Yeah, you was right. You know what I'm saying? So at this point in time in my life, I'm just going to be me, live life on my own terms, speak my truth. As I get downloads, I reveal it. But for the most part, I'm going to be coming on live. As long as much as I can, as long as I can, and just chatting it up with you guys, and just revealing different parts of my personality and who I am. To you, I am very well rounded, and I have a plethora of things that I'm very knowledgeable about. And I only talk to a select group of people about it, but it's time for me to, expand my horizons. I made it to the new phase in my life, and so as I speak this over you, I live it myself. Being in the new phase of my life, no longer silencing myself, no longer living in the shadows and dumbing myself down, watering myself down to make other people comfortable. I really don't give a damn no more, because I see what the creator can do. And if he can take somebody that's from a small town in Louisiana that had so many generational curses on her back, it wasn't even funny, and take her to the point where she was down on her luck and had no money, and literally manifest her from the United States of America to Thailand. Yeah, nobody can tell me nothing. No, you niggas can't tell me nothing, okay? Nobody can tell me nothing, okay? Because ain't a stain on me, baby. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm living this thing. I'm walking it out, and I'm excited about this new phase and this new life that me and my daughter is about to live here in Thailand. I'm already meeting some of the locals. These are some of the nicest people I've ever met in the world. Always willing to help, always willing to step in, be as helpful as possible. It's refreshing. It's a culture shock, of course, because I'm just like, I gotta learn the language. um, you know, but I have a ministry as well. It's Retaining Sellers Global Ministry. And God had to really check me on that. Source had to check me on that. Like, how you going to say that you have a global ministry and you ain't even been global? I was like, ooh, clock me. You're clocking my T. You're right. And so here I am globally living this thing out, so I can really stand behind my ministry, stand behind the name, the brand, Retaining Sellers Global Ministry. And I'm excited for the future. You guys are watching me in the future. It's already the 12th here. You guys are still in the 11th. I know it's nighttime, but it's definitely daytime over here. Um, and I'm excited. A girl come from a small town in Louisiana, grew up, didn't have the best things, but I didn't go without. And I'm just thankful for the life that has been presented to me. It ain't always been pretty. It's been actually very hard. I've been homeless so many times that I can't even count, okay? On both of my hands and probably both of my feet. I've been through heartache, I've been through pain, I've been through betrayal, I've been through all kind of stuff, but I'm still here. None of that stuff put me in a grave, and so you learn to appreciate when the hard times hit your life. You learn to appreciate that. Okay, it's just when things happen, it's time to shift. And I want y'all to understand that when y'all seeing these things happen in the earth realm, it's time to shift, you guys. Or when things are happening in your personal life and you just don't seem to understand, it's time to shift. That's the end of it. Okay, what do I gotta do to position myself for the shift? Because clearly a shift is happening. A shift is happening. When hell is breaking loose, and so you need to understand when it's time to shift. It's something about you. It's either the fruit you need to work on, or the gift you need to activate. One or the other. And during this ninth month, while this nine portal is fully charged, fully charged. You guys need to get in, and I'm talking about in. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to come on live and talk about. I'm gonna save this live and upload it to my YouTube. You guys follow me there, the link in the bio. And also, if you're looking for any type of customer service jobs, the link is in my bio as well. Um, they don't. This is contract work, and you can create your own schedule. You do. There's no interview, but you do have to pass an assessment, background check, and some of the contracts are they do require uh, a drug test for some of them, not all of them, just some of them. If you want the money, you're gonna have to do a drug test. But if you cool with just a little change, so you can get something for the kids for Christmas, then they got some contracts that will allow you to just pass the background and the assessment. These are work from home positions, and so get on it. Click the link in the bio, fill out the form, and we'll get the process going for you. It's been real, guys. I appreciate you guys for the ones that did stop in the live and stay and listen to, even if you listen to part of what I said. If you're watching from the outside, I appreciate you too, because I know you got something. Because this was a powerful word. And I shared a piece of myself that I don't really do. I talked about, how my transition from America to Thailand. I talked about that. And I don't usually talk about my business on the internet. But that's a part of me too that's coming forth. That's a part of me that I'm showing you guys because it needs to happen. I'm in a new phase in my life. And I have to be more present. I have to be more in the moment. I have to be more open to let people see who I am. Because I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. It's definitely go time. I want you guys in America to make sure that you are literally creating your stocks. And when I say stocks, I'm not talking about going on the NASDAQ. I'm talking about creating your staples, your stockpiles, and putting your water to the side, putting your non-perishable to the side, and all of that, because the plans that the enemy has for that nation is going to be wretched. Okay, it's going to be wretched. But it's all about the perspective and how you look at it, because change needs to happen and a revolution has to happen. And the people of America and that nation, you guys can't continue to sit back and let what's been happening happen. Okay? We don't have to repeat history. Right? We don't have to repeat history at all. We don't have to keep going along just to get along. You can be the change you want to see. And it's going to take a collective effort. Stop giving a damn about the hatred that people plant in your hearts that had nothing to do with you. You're gonna need each other, right? I don't care what color you are. You're gonna need each other, because the enemy, the real enemy, don't give a damn about what color your skin is. They gonna take all of y'all. They gonna try to take all of y'all down and make all of y'all slaves. So you might want to hunker down and really get serious about the things that's transpiring. Like I said, make sure you have your household, in a state of preparedness, right? Have your household in a state of preparedness, because that's the most important thing. You need to be prepared for whatever comes, because unfortunately, the church is not telling people the truth. They're not getting people prepared. They're telling people that the rapture is going to come and take them and they don't have to worry about none of the trials and tribulations. But that's a lie, because the rapture is not even in the Bible. And the little verse that people try to mention in Thessalonians, that still don't say that it's the rapture. It still don't say that it's the rapture. Oh well, it don't necessarily say it's the rapture. It say we'll be caught up, but that's not even what it means either. But I digress. But even if you want to go off the actual words in the Bible, if you look in Revelation, it says that these are they that have come out great tribulation. What do you think that means? In order for you to be these are they, you're gonna have to come out of great tribulation. You're not going to be exempt from it. And I want y'all to wake up and stop believing that. Stop believing that lie. You're not going to be exempt from great tribulation. You got to know what it is. You got to know what it is. You got to know what it is. And so I just hope that a lot of you wake on up and come out of the hypnosis and get yourself as prepared as you can, because we really late in the game. If you ain't already start preparing, you really late in the game, but you can still do it. You still got time. But have something set aside for yourself and your family, your immediate household, so that you can survive the times that we're going in, because these people that are in high places are not trying to make this easy for any of you. I don't care what color skin you got. All of you going to feel it, because that's the way that they designed it. They can't enslave you without it. So they like, why change the playbook when it's been working this whole time? Y'all gotta shake it up. Y'all gotta shake it up. It's more of us than them. I'm gonna just put it out there, and I'm gonna raise up off of it, because these people don't be wanting to hear you talk like that. But yeah, you guys have to make sure that you have things set in place, because a lot of people that in the church is going to end up taking the mark of the beast because they not prepared. They sitting up there listen to the pastor preach, and teach them out and hoop and holler them out of all their money, they bill money and stuff, and the money they could be using to get prepared. And they're going to be sitting around looking crazy, and then going to have to end up taking the mark of the beast. So all of this stuff is about to transpire. They are going to attempt to do a fake second coming, third coming, whatever many comings you want to call it. They're going to attempt it. And you better hope that you're not deceived, because it's going to be the stage is being set every day. I can only put the information out there. It's not for me to make nobody believe nothing. Y'all can't say that y'all didn't hear though. So, but I love you guys. It's 9 a.m. here. And I don't even think I've been asleep. I probably closed my eyes for like 10, 15 minutes, and I popped back up. The jet lag is real. I was like, oh, I'm not experiencing jet lag. Well, no, it's definitely jet lag. Because it's 9 p.m. in the States. So I would definitely still be up right about now. But it's all good. I'm glad that I got on here and actually, got it all out and talked about what I needed to talk about and say what I needed to say. And it's been real, you guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next live. Peace.